Brace yourselves, America. We're about to dive into polling numbers that are sending shockwaves through both political parties. The 2024 election landscape is shifting beneath our feet, and what we're seeing is nothing short of seismic. Trump surging, Harris stumbling, and wild cards that could change everything. But here's the kicker. The mainstream media is twisting these numbers to fit their narrative. And we're going to give you the raw and filtered truth. So buckle up, folks. This is a game changer. Now let's talk about turning back the clock on aging. Countless Americans waste time and money trying to reduce wrinkles, missing the real culprit: depleted collagen. After 20, your body produces 12% less collagen each decade, and that's why I take this magic secret powder to revitalize my skin. Unlike store-bought supplements, it combines the top 5 critical collagen types for skin health. It reduces visible aging signs, promotes elasticity, and hydrates the skin. Get it now at 51% off at healthwithgary.com. Order today for free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, a free ebook, 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free shipping. Don't wait. Visit healthwithgary.com or click the link below for younger-looking skin. All right. CNN is now preparing their viewers for a Harris loss on November 5th. Even this biased mainstream media poll are showing a dead heat, and Trump outperforms the polls significantly. Listen.
Since the Electoral College, Berman, from my undisclosed location, you'll never guess where I am. So take a look here. National polls in the last month, including leads within the margin of error. Look, Kamala Harris leads in pretty much every single national poll. She's led in 9 of the polls that have been released over the last month. Trump has just led in 1 national poll over the last month, and we've had 1 tie. So the fact that a national poll shows Kamala Harris ahead, not really much of a surprise because, John, pretty much all of them do.
And the thing is, Harry, thanks to the founding fathers, this isn't a national election exactly, is it? Oh, now you're suddenly behind me. You keep on moving. There's Harry, still in an undisclosed location, but at least virtually behind me, making me very nervous. All right, Harry, talk to us about what the states look like, the battleground states.
Yeah, so look, this is about the Electoral College, right? So let's take a look at the average margin. Nationally, Harris is ahead in the average poll by 2.5 points. But look in those 7 key battleground states: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Harris is only ahead by 0.3 points, John. So the bottom line is, in those 7 key battleground states, it's a significantly tighter race than it is nationally, John.
So Al Gore and Hillary Clinton are calling right now, Harry, asking what the chances are that Harris could win the popular vote but lose in the Electoral College.
Okay. So basically, you note that 2.5 point lead nationally here, right? Okay. Harris's chances, if she wins the popular vote by 2 to 3 points, the chance she wins the Electoral College is only 53%. The bottom line is, once you have to get all the way north to about 3 to 4 points for Harris to have a clear chance, the clear majority chance of winning the Electoral College. If she only wins by less than 2, look at that. Only a 23% chance of winning. Right now, Harris is right now in that danger zone where basically about half the time, given that popular vote margin nationally, she would win. And
so there you have CNN, but we got some interesting poll numbers. Polymarket just in, Donald Trump now leads Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Arizona. Breaking. Trafalgar, Insider, Advantage have released polls for Georgia and Pennsylvania. Trump is at 50 to Harris 48. Georgia, Trump 46 to Harris at 44. Trump is up. If Trump wins Georgia and PA, he will be the 47th president of the United States. Trafalgar Group, Insider Advantage, recent polling, Trump is up in all of those polls, despite what you just saw on CNN. Now, political polls, they say the general election nationally, Harris is up 4% at 52 and Trump at 48%. And here's something interesting. This was 17 hours ago. Linda Bissonnette says Fox is now one of them wolves trying to take out Trump Vance with fake polls. Does anyone truly believe that Kamala Harris is leading Donald Trump in Pennsylvania? I live in Pennsylvania. There are Trump Vance signs at least 80% of the properties, and that's a low estimate considering I've never seen Kamala Harris sign in my travels. Josh Dunlap. This is interesting. CNN says Kamala Harris is the worst polling Democrat against Donald Trump in history on national polls.
Performing worst polling Democrat against Donald Trump in history on national polls. No one is performing worse than her. No one's performing worse than her among blacks, among Hispanics, the worst performing Democrat in modern history among those demographics, worst performing polling-wise among Jews. She is losing key factions of the Democratic base. Muslim voters, she's at under 50%, she's at 52% in the latest CAIR poll among black Muslims. She is not doing well.
Not doing well. Leading report. New Electoral College results via Real Clear Politics show Trump flipping Pennsylvania and beating Harris after new polls. Trump predicted 281 Electoral College votes to Harris Wall's 257. Look at that map. Look at that map. Look at that sea of red. Speaking of red, here's a former Democrat explaining her decision to become a Republican and pledging her support to Donald Trump.
I think also there's a number of issues, but overall, the party left me, I don't know what it is anymore. If this is the new way forward for Democrats, good luck. Many of us will be leaving. It's just gone complete woke. It has abandoned key allies, such as Israel, for example. I think also as well, its economic plan. A lawn is not a plan. And it doesn't matter if you grew up middle class or working class. It's not a plan overall. But I think to me, the Democratic Party has just lurched to the extreme left. It's been captured by, many call it the Hamas caucus of the Democratic Party. You'd be surprised. There have been a number of Democrats who have reached out to me saying, Psst, I'm going to leave too. How did you do it? Or I've already left. So it's actually been very, very interesting. And I intend to try to recruit all of them over to say, let's become part of the new Republican Party under this blue-collar billionaire businessman that we want to see protect and lead our families and our country.
Amen. There you go. Another one walking away. Head Rasmussen pollster Mark Mitchell reveals surging Trump polling. Trump +2 is bigger than he's ever done in all of our polling at this point in the election cycle. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, correction. I'm so sorry, Mark. We can't hear your audio. Yeah.
In the debate, we're the only. The problem is they're only talking to Democrats. They're going to try and use that debate to say that she won. And that's, of course, what they're using. The problem is they're only talking to Democrats now. And Kamala Harris is losing independents by 12 points as of our last poll. She needed to win independents over. And you cannot win independents with the content of what she put out in the debate. We're the only people putting out daily data. And there were, of course, some snap polls. But we all know the game has changed. We all know it comes down to viral stuff on TikTok or whatever. And now we have 4 nightly data points out. And the answer is, I don't know. It kind of looks the same. I will say the data has been a little bit more volatile over the last couple of days, but everybody looking at these daily data points knows that there's a plus or minus 5% margin of error on the individual ones. Now, the dotted line here is the 5-period moving average. That's much more like a real poll with a 2-point margin of error. And, we had Trump tied, Trump +6, Trump -6, Trump +6. But you know what? The average still looks like a Trump +2 race with maybe that one outlier in there. And that's exactly where we thought it was going to be and where it's stabilized at. 2 weeks ago, we had Trump +1. The New York Times agreed with us. Doesn't look like anything's really moving the race. Not a Taylor Swift tweet, not Trump getting shot at. I think it's all baked in. And so, again, you could say, oh, we want to see a bigger lead for Trump. Trump +2 is bigger than he's ever done ever in all of our polling at this point in the election cycle. And it's like literally 2 assassination attempts, your best debate, and the DNC can't get you above Trump. The Kamala Harris campaign must be sweating and acting like begging for an act of God right now. Because in my opinion, that's all that's going to move these numbers. And so maybe the next couple nights is more positive for Harris. Who knows? Because maybe there's a delayed reaction for the debate. I don't know. But Trump's going to keep doing Trump campaigning, which we've all seen. She's going to keep doing inauthentic stuff that's not primed towards addressing independence. And there you have it. That's the race.
There you have it. What else have we got for you here? There's that map again, Electoral College model, Trump 312, Harris. This is a different one, actually. This is even more, 312 to 226. This is enormous. Look at that map. And both Harris and Trump voters say they're voting for their candidate, not against the other. That's according to Scott Rasmussen. So, big news here. Trump up in battleground states. Mainstream media is still pushing this Kamala Harris surge over Trump. Everyone's questioning it, but other polls contradict. So why are these mainstream media outlets not presenting these poll numbers? It blows my mind. But we are presenting them to you here so you can get the truth, even Fox News. So, big numbers here. Donald Trump, according to Nate Silver even, Trump winning 312 electoral votes. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have revealed about the 2024 election polls, not just numbers, it's a glimpse into America's future, the shifts, the trends. They're telling a story that the political establishment does not want you to hear. It's not just about who's up or down, it's about the fundamental realignment in American politics. You saw that Democrat coming forward, jumping ship, going onto the Republican side. That's happening all across this country. So stay vigilant, my friends, stay informed, and most importantly, stay tuned, because in this election, every poll, every number, every shift could be the one that changes everything.